Hi guys! Didn't get a video posted yesterday. Man, I'm trying to do this Vlogust thing and it's hard. Some days you just run out of energy, but yesterday I was just really super frustrated. I got that box this weekend of the yarn from Michaels. Said Michaels right on the box. Well, it turns out that Michaels, the website, has drop shippers on it. And the only way you know that it's a drop shipper is if it has a D in the number, which it doesn't tell you on that website. I was specifically staying away from like the ones that said affirm by it or like some other. I thought I was avoiding ones that I thought might be, but when they had these coupons and discounts that look like the ones, and I guess I really should have, the red flag should have been there when the different balls of yarn were different prices. I guess that should have just been my big red flag. But I was on the Michaels site, so I thought, okay, no big deal. Well, they canceled my over $400 worth of yarn. After the discount and taxes and whatever else, it was $253. I only got the 10 balls of blue yarn, which I could have got from anywhere. But I only ordered the amount I did because, one, you either had to buy one, get one to get 50% off. Two, you had to buy 4 of the jumbo ones to get whatever percentage off they had. Or 3, you had to buy 6 of one color to get whatever discount they had. Why put that many limit on it, or why put that much quantity on it if you don't have it? I'm just so frustrated. So I got told this morning when I talked to somebody that it was a drop shipper, and that is why, and they canceled the order. So then they said, okay, we will send them an email and find out the status of the yarn, which I don't know what that means, but I'm like, okay. So now I'm waiting. Does Joanne not carry Red Heart, and they just have Red Heart on their website for drop shippers? Like, if you have a yarn in your store, why do you have drop shippers shipping out yarn? And mind you, free shipping. So how are they making any money if they were having the same discounts that you're offering on your website? I don't understand. And I'm very, very frustrated because I know there's a lot of people that buy from Michaels. What did I do? I don't understand what I did wrong that my order got canceled. Because it wasn't like I ordered, it wasn't like I ordered just like 1 or 2. I ordered 52 balls. I mean, and it's for a project. So now I'm sitting here, my brain is like, well, you don't have the yarn for this, and you don't have the yarn for that, and you can't do this. And so this morning I worked on, and I'll try to film it later, but I worked on the starting of the feet. So like the first bird I have to get done has boots on, they're brown boots. So I think I got the foot. Now, if I have it big enough is the question, because it's got to be big enough for it to balance, right? And to stand. So I'm really actually using that Edwards Menagerie book to see how they do it. I am using a 4mm hook, the purple one, not the blue one. So I'm going to start with and see how big it turns out. It might be too big. I'm going to try their head and body portion and see if that'll work for the main section. But I just did one, and it took me almost 2 hours in acrylic yarn. It's like poking myself in the eye, mind numbing. Like I fell asleep in my chair. It was so, I'm like, ugh. So I don't know. It goes around to 42 stitches. And that might be too big, but it also might be too small. So I gotta figure out the parts and pieces and then go from there, because I also have to figure out like the beak, and it's cartoon, you know, looking. So some of the beaks are open, some of them will just have the smile. I got to figure out that too. I think if I just do the parts and pieces and don't worry about the colors right now and just have the pieces done and figure out, you know, put it together in structure, then once I get the colors, it'll be okay. But man, it's frustrating. Like you're trying to, you know, it's like trying to do a construction job and you can't get your parts and your pieces because, you know, they're back ordered. It's like, but to have a order that big just canceled is just absolutely frustrating. So, I have this with me. This is my bits and bobs and whatever, just to give my hands something to do to keep them going, because I haven't really crocheted a lot and I need to do something, but I don't have the colors, and I need to do another cardigan, but I don't, some of my yarn's at storage, so I can't, like, I have to go get it. I have to dig it out, and unfortunately it's like in the back in huge boxes because my whole craft room was full of yarn. I just wanted that order. Okay, so now you know why I didn't get on last night, because I probably would have been spewing and sputtering and just absolutely frustrated. They did give me, so when you use your Michaels card for the first time, you get 20% off the whole entire order. So she did give me another coupon for that. But my fear is, if I go and order again, is it going to get canceled again? Like, come on now. How do I know that it's not going to get canceled again? If you guys have had problems, or if you have advice or whatever, I mean, I just want to order the yarn. But if Michaels doesn't carry Red Heart, then, or if they only carry Red Heart as a drop shipper, then I will get the yarn somehow else, you know, like, but I planned on using it. I planned on using Michaels because that's what we have now. So frustrating. Sorry, there's a dog in front of, I don't know, somewhere. I hear it, the dog barking. Somebody's dog. I'm, of course, sitting and waiting for school. I've got just a few minutes. But anyway, I'm going to hopefully start some granny squares, I think. Or something else. I'm not sure. I did talk to the lady at the booth, and they are for sure closing. So I have to pick that up on Sunday. That's done. We do have other places in town that are offering space. So I might check into that. But like right now, I don't have time to make stuff. So I guess it's not a priority. However, Christmas is coming up, and it's kind of like the time to do that stuff. Do you ever get torn, like when you promise to do something, and then like you're like, but okay. Anyway, enough of my rants. I will have some crochet for you later. Okay. Hi guys. I don't know if I'll get this up before midnight, but anyway, continuing on from earlier today, I did get a bunch done. In the car, in the buckets, said bucket, oh yarn. You guys, reuse your plastic, and you can have a bucket of yarn just like me. Okay, so I was using a 4.5, anticipating that I might be doing another Roseanne blanket. I am starting granny squares. So there's this like really dark red cranberry color and this cream. This was Red Heart Super Saver, but like way older, like with the heart emblem on it, but it's got to be I want to say 1980s, 1990s, but I had this purple and blue. I don't know if you can see it. It's kind of dark in here. Purple and blue, and then I didn't have a scissors, so I had to stop. But then the red ball had two ends I could get to. The other one was all closed up, so I couldn't. So I started on this one, and I had two ends on the cream too. So I actually got 3 done in the car And I took the kids, took the kids with me because, you know, they wanted to go to go to the food giveaway tonight. And so I took them with me. Yeah, it was a challenge, but I got some stuff done. So, all right. So what I've worked on today so far is I've got shoes. I know you can't see them because it's really dark in here and it could be just my light, but I've got a shoe base. Okay. So 2 shoes. 2 shoe bases. Did I write down the pattern? No. Do I kind of know what I'm thinking and what it's just a rough draft. So when you look at this, you guys, okay, laugh with me, cry with me, do all the stuff. Do all the stuff with me because you are going to find this hilarious because guess what? I laughed at myself really, really hard. Okay. I couldn't figure out, let's just look at the back side. Okay. I couldn't figure out why this was oblong. Why it wasn't round. Like, I don't know if I can show it to you. Like the picture said. Right? I couldn't figure out why it was oblong and I just kept going. Because it's single crochet and it's 4-weight yarn, so it's like on and on and on and on. And you heard me earlier go, you know, like I was falling asleep because it was kind of boring, whatever. I get all the way through to the neck, and I'm like, okay, I got the neck on. And then I was pretty proud of myself because I put the eyeballs in that I got. They looked really good. And then I did a surface crochet. I don't know if you can see that, but I did a surface crochet. I went from here to over to there and then decreased on the bottom as I went around. And then the very last one, I did I don't know what you call it. It's not, anyway, it's a crochet where you crochet in between the 2 holes and then that causes this like bump out. It's also what I did on the shoes, and that I've done shoes before. Like I did army shoes and tank slippers. I did tank slippers, and that's how they got the little bump out on the shoe. So I used that on the beak, and I think that'll be perfect. And then I'm gonna sew. I'm gonna stuff it just a little bit, and then I'm gonna sew the top 2 loops together. So that'll give me my beak, and then I'll probably have a black line go across for just some details. So that part I like. I did the beak. I did that. And then I figured out that pipe cleaners might be my best unless I order a bunch of glasses, but my only problem is am I going to order glasses that are big enough that will fit? Or, you know, make my own wire. But I really think that if the pipe cleaners work, why not just use the pipe cleaners? So if you don't look at the oblong part of it and you look at her, I think it's a pretty good match. I am going to go ahead and add little side tail feather or side face feathers to put that on there. And then I decided that I was going to work in, so it literally took me until this point right here to realize you don't know how to read. Because if you look at the thing, it says body, neck, head. I just assumed you started head down, or head down, head, neck, body, because that's the way the picture is. Head, neck, body. Yeah. So, I mean, obviously the picture, it's upright because that's the way a body is upright. But I didn't read, you know, I don't know. It just says, it really just says, begin with a single crochet of 6. it doesn't, and I just went straight down that row. I didn't look or read in the other column. Like, I see neck in the other column, but I didn't realize that the next header is body, or is head, until, I mean, I was literally, and I did this whole thing. Okay, you guys can roast me in the comments. You can laugh at me. It's all right. I was not going to tear out all my work on the beak and the eyes. I had put in, I had just snapped in those eyes. So, you know, whatever. This is going to be my dry run bird. Okay. So then I did find a new technique to make sure, like, make the lines nice and clean. So I used that. And I did the same thing with the wings. So I decided to incorporate the shirt into the body. And then the skirt I will do as a little flare out, I think. So I'm at the point right now where, okay, so I increased here, and then I did 2 increases in the corner. I did 2 increases in the corner for 3 rows. And then, yeah. And then I did this little elbow wing feather thing that they have on the picture. I'm literally just going by the picture. I mean, I don't know. I mean, it's a cartoon Roadrunner. So, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to sew down this line here and have it closed. So, like, you have this. And then I'll stuff that. I'll stuff just the arms separate, but I'll have this line, like this blue line, sewn all the way down. So, I mean, I got pretty far. I just started it today. However, it can't take me 25 days to get 25 birds done. So, I really need to just, like, focus and get them done. But I don't have my yarn. So, I have some play yarn, and that's what I decided to start with. So, I'm going to use this for the skirt, which is kind of what it looks like. And then there's a teal, like, there's a question mark there. And I'm going to go with, I think I'm just going to use, like, a teal color. And surface crochet a question mark on there. And I'm only going to do one. I know it has a couple, but I'm just going to do one main one. And see how that turns out. If it turns out okay, then we'll just go with it. If it doesn't, then I will maybe have Mom. I don't think I can iron on. Yeah, I think I'll just do surface crochet. I'm pretty good at surface crochet, so we'll just do that. Either that or a cross stitch. Because it's, I mean, basically it's a cross stitch fabric once you do all these single crochets, because they just basically line up. So using a few new techniques new to me that I watched on YouTube. Yeah, so I followed the pattern, but I really haven't followed the pattern since I realized that I messed this up. I just increased here and kept increasing because I wanted the body to be bigger. And like I said, I'll sew it down here, and she's gonna have a bow and some head feathers yet, so hopefully she'll still look like a girl with the skirt and everything. I'm assuming it will, and then the pink bow. So I gotta work on that also. But the tail feathers should add it. I think, you know, like just adding these little tail feathers on the elbow adds it. So, and then we'll add the line here, sew it together, and once we get it stuffed, that'll change it. So really, I've got one more. I think I've got maybe one or 2 more rounds, and we'll decrease here. The next color I can't really tell from the picture, but there's a belt. So I might find, I'm using this for, I was going to use this for the skirt. I might have to find a lighter blue for the skirt and use this for the belts. I'm not quite sure. Or I can use the brown from, if I use the brown from the shoes, because there's brown in these other pictures too, I could use the brown from the shoes as a belt and then use that blue. And again, I'll have to ask the teacher if what she thinks, and Miss Bell what she thinks, and see if, you know, get her opinion, obviously. But yeah, so I really like the eyes. I definitely need to order more. Not sure that I can use some of these other eyes because the eyes aren't close enough together. And there's only a small package of these. So out of all of these, there's a package of these single ones. Otherwise, they're all together. They're all doubles. So yeah, I'm gonna have to, because they're all spaced out in the picture. So the only ones I can use is this, but I think this here is a good size. I just have to look it up and see if I can figure out. This is 14 millimeter to 38 millimeter, which I don't know where they get 38 from, but it is what it is. So anyway, the first one I'm starting with is it has shoes. And really, I think those shoes are proportionate to what it will be like. This is going to be a lot taller, but you got to think that this head is going to be this big. So basically, the eyeballs will go up another row or two, probably 2 rows, and then the beak will go up a little bit, and then, you know, it'll end. So it'll be shorter. It'll be shorter. Squish it. But I mean, it's pattern writing, right? Like, so they're just as, it's a trial and error. But I really like how it's turning out so far. And I think, again, once I get that sewn, it'll look really good there. So it'll give it definition for sure. But that's all I got done for today. I did get a box from Terry with the Yarn Joy podcast for the Garfield Make Along, and there's some gifts in there for me. I have not opened it up yet. Can you believe that? I need to do that. I just got that today. In between picking up the kids and going to the food giveaway, I put it in the house and I have not touched it. Kids just went to bed. I think it's 10:30 already. So get that done. Anyway, I'm going to get this loaded. We'll see what I get done tomorrow. If not, if nothing else, you will get to see what Terry sent for the Garfield Make Along. If you guys would like to send something for the Garfield Make Along, if you are still watching, this is like 20 minutes in, leave me a cat in the comments that you're still watching this whole thing. Garfield Make Along, if you can mail whatever you're going to mail in around or after Labor Day, that would be great. I realize that this is this weekend, so if you need extra time, let me know. I haven't really heard from anybody that they're sending anything, so if you are sending something, you can feel free to drop me an email. Otherwise, just send it. But yeah, and if we don't get any more boxes, that's perfectly okay. That's perfectly all right. I always get nervous because I give this whole length of time, and then you get really nervous when you're like getting closer to the date that you might not get anything sent in, which is fine because we've had tons and tons of things sent in, and I can always make stuff too. But I'm very thankful for Jenny, who's already sent in 2 boxes. Like, holy cow. That's a lot. And Terry, I'm pretty sure Bonnie is sending something. So yeah, I'm excited.
All right. And if you guys have, would like to watch some videos of previous, Garfield make-alongs, there is I believe a playlist of the Garfield make-along. You guys can watch that. Other than that, I am this close to $100. It's only taken me 8 months, but I'm this close. So that's really sad, you guys. That's the truth behind YouTube, is that unless you're posting every day, or unless you're maybe, I don't know, I guess you have to have a lot more subscribers than I do, but 8 months to get $100, and you know how many videos I've posted this month already. There's been at least 18, but the average watch is only like 40 or 50 people. So there's that. But I don't mind. It's a way for me to tell other friends out there what I'm doing. It's a way for me to document things for family and friends, and I kind of like it. So, I mean, I've been doing it since 2018. I guess I kind of like it a little. All right, I will let you go so I can get this uploaded. We will see you hopefully tomorrow with some, oh, yes, we will see you tomorrow with the stuff from Terry. All right,